Hi guys, so I'm back today with an updated setup. I know the last video that I had was actually in a personal size Filofax Malden, but before that I was in the Franklin Covey Classic. I had two other videos. I'm back in the Classic that I got at, I believe Staples. It has very small rings. They're less than an inch. I've had a video on this setup before, which I will link below, but I'm back in it. It's fulfilling all my needs for grad school, for my new apartment, for bills, and for cleaning, and just day-to-day life with my busy schedule of over 3 jobs. I say over 3 because one is just occasional childcare, so I can't really count that as a full-time job, but needless to say, this is fulfilling all my needs, so we're going to get a start. Okay, so before I had gone through everything that I have, I do have some market dots from Avery and some Post-its. I have a little to-do list at the front, which I always keep there. Then I have a sticker from So Much Crafting. I love that happy planning. I just had to keep it in here. A running grocery list of things that I need to remember when, we just need to run out and get a couple things. And I'm not going to pull this apart, but this is a flyleaf that kind of keeps my coupons stuck in here. And I have manufacturer's coupons for, I have Dunkin' Donuts K-Cups and things like that. And then I have this sheet from My Life All in One Place, which is TurboTax, which I love just the concept because it makes it feel so much more important. So I have some things that I need to finish with my apartment. So they're on there. Behind that, and like I said, these rings are really, really small. So you'll hear paper crunching, and it hasn't gotten on my nerves yet. And I like the compactness and the slim line of this planner, so I don't plan on changing it, but I really wish I could go up to maybe just an inch rings, no bigger than that, but for now it's okay. So I have this little dashboard I made here with some scrapbooking paper. It's not laminated. I have some information about my alma mater for my undergrad, and then I go take online classes, and there's that. I have a folder with some information. Nothing really has changed in here. I do have the So Much Crafting inserts for the yearly, so I'll show you more of those later. But what I did is for $3 extra, I actually requested that they were not punched, and then I have a Franklin Covey punch now, which has made life so much easier. But I punched them myself, so they came unpunched, and I punched them with the 7 rings. So behind here is my personal information, which you don't need to see. More Franklin Covey. I have empty Sudoku boxes, which I'm going to eventually fill out. So if I'm in a meeting or anything sometimes I'm in meetings that don't apply to me at all, but they have the entire staff there at the middle school where I work. So, other people go on their phones, which I think is a little more disrespectful. But if it looks like I'm writing something down, but I'm really playing Sudoku, I don't feel quite as guilty. So I have a few pages of that. I do have December's monthly pages, but like I said, I was in my personal size planner, so I wasn't using this in December, just towards the end when we moved on the 29th. Now, these are at a glance pages. I'll show you a blank one. I believe September should be blank. Of course, there's a sheet in the middle of it. So I'll show you October. So they're just really great. They have a little bit of color, but there's no lines. I kind of miss the lines from my Franklin Covey inserts, but like I said, they're at a glance inserts. And this is my January so far. I covered up some information over here, so don't mind my little to-do list. And like I have in the past, see, it won't turn because it's just being difficult. In the past, I've said that I mark when I work in pink. So S is for subbing. I'm a substitute paraprofessional. T is for when I tutor. And K is for when I nanny. So I cross off the days. I have some more information for the upcoming month. And then I'm going to switch over to my dailies. So this year I decided to go with the Franklin Covey Blooms day on 2 page. I'm really liking it so far, and I block out every time I'm working. Other than when I'm at school, because it's such a long period of time and I can actually get some work done personally, like for grad school during the hours when I have breaks, but when I nanny, I can't really do anything except pay attention to the children and help them. So I block that off. I'm using the ABC. A is very important, needs to be done today. B, would I like to do today, but can be done tomorrow. And C is if I have a lofty goal. Check mark means it's done. Arrow means I'm going to do it another day. And X would mean I just didn't do it. Right down here, I write what I'm making for dinner. Let's see. This is tomorrow. I'm not really utilizing this page, but I like having it in here just in case. And I only keep about 2 weeks at a time. So next I have more So Much Crafting. This is my section for the apartment. It's really my finance section, but I kind of combined like apartment and bills with my finances. So like once again, like I said, I punched this myself, and this is a pullout. I'll show you next year's. Well, I can't really show you next year. It's fine. You can see how much money I make. These are just the amounts of money I make. That's what I'm using these for. So it has 2016 and 2017. And then I flipped over. I also have the bill payment sheets. I flipped over to March because I have February and January filled out. So you have the date that it's due, the bill that it is, the amount, which is great because it even goes into cents. It has space for the cents, and then a check mark column for when it's completed. So I have the entire year. Then I have my cleaning schedule, which I didn't feel like writing out yet, so I just washi taped it in here for my personal. I got this off of Pinterest, just a generic one. That is our budget before I had the budgeting sheets. And then this is just blank pink paper that I got at Office Max. It was already punched. So here are some more of those TurboTask sheets that I mentioned from my life all in one place, which is Ray Blake. So I have quite a few of those in here. Then that green sheet is my side jobs tab. So those are people that I nanny for or babysit for on the weekends or occasional childcare. And now my grad school section is probably getting the most use. I have basically the syllabus, but just condensed into what the assignments are for this unit. I have last classes grades, and then I have notes for this class, which I did today. And then these pages have cues, notes, and summary. But what I'm using them for, this is from Ray Blake's website too. Sorry, they're stuck together. Small ring problems. I write the title of the article that I'm reading, and then the page and the cues, and then notes, and then when there's highlighting, that means it's moving on to the next page. So I have quite a few of those in here. Then my blooms, I didn't know this when I bought them, came with month on 2 page with the lines, so I couldn't not use them. Sorry about that. So I'm just writing what the assignment is. This was for my old class, and I just started week 1 in my new class, and I cross it off when it's done. And other than that, I don't really have anything new. I have a notepad back here and a highlighter, my trusty highlighter. I will show you the pen that I'm using. It's the same as my personal setup. This is the G2 Limited Pilot. It's the gel pen that Carrie Picoult has talked about. And it is really great. It writes so smoothly. You buy refills for it. I think you get 2 refills for about $2.50. The pen itself is under $10 if you can find it on sale. And I don't know what I would do without this pen. It feels weird when I write with other pens. So that's just my preference. And I hope you enjoyed watching this. I will link the shops mentioned, like So Much Crafting and Ray Blake's website below. And if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. And thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great night.